Hi guys, today I'm going to share with you how to make a super easy and delicious rosca de conchas. So if you want to learn how to make it, just stay tuned and I'll show you how. Alrighty guys, so here I already have all of my ingredients. As always, they will be listed in the description box. So with that being said, let's begin baking. Alright guys, so first we're going to begin by making our dough. So for that we're going to begin by sifting our 4 cups of all-purpose flour. And I'm going to be using my stand mixer. So I'm using my stand mixer bowl. But of course, if you don't have one, you can always do it by hand. Okay, so once we sift that, we're going to be adding our cinnamon stick. I use my molcajete just to crush it. You don't want it to be finely crushed. So just smash it just because the flavor is just different. We're also going to be sifting our 1/2 cup of sugar, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Okay, so once we have that, we can take it to our stand mixer. Okay, to our mixer, we're also going to be adding 1 tablespoon of instant yeast, the zest of 1 orange, that's about 1 tablespoon. Okay, I'm going to begin to mix it together, so just stir it. Okay, now we're going to be adding our 3 eggs. Make sure that they are at room temperature. Along with our vanilla blend, I'm using 1 tablespoon. Okay, we're going to be adding our 6 tablespoons of unsalted butter. Make sure that it is at room temperature as well, so it's nice and soft. And I'm just going to turn it up a little and slowly begin to add our milk. I'm using 3/4 cup, but of course, it's all going to depend on the temperature and the altitude that you're in. But just make sure that it is nice and warm. Going to mix it for 3 minutes until everything has come together. Okay, so once our dough has come together, we're going to turn up the speed and allow it to knead for 7 minutes. Okay, and after 7 minutes, our dough should be ready. So just make sure that it is nice and elasticy. It's going to be still a little sticky, but that's how you want it. That's how you know that your bread is going to be soft and moist. Okay, so now we're just going to remove it from the bowl. Shape it into a large ball. Transfer it to a greased bowl. Okay, we're just going to pat it with a little butter. We're going to cover it. Okay, so now we're just going to place it in a warm spot and allow it to double in size. All right, guys, so while we wait for our dough to rise, we're going to be making our topping. So in our bowl, we're going to add a 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour, 1.5 cups of powdered sugar. Allow it that we're going to add our 1 cup of shortening. I'm using butter flavor, and 1 tablespoon of vanilla. And now we're just going to mix it together until we have a nice dough. Okay, and after kneading for a few minutes, our dough should have come together. So because I'm going to also be making chocolate conchas, I'm going to divide this in half. Okay, so to this, I'm going to be adding 1 tablespoon of cocoa. You can use Hershey's or Toll House. And I'll just mix it together again. Okay, once we have shaped our chocolate topping, we have both of our toppings. So now I'm going to divide them into small, even balls. Just so like that, they're ready once we have our bread done. Okay, so just divide them into small, even balls. And I like to use my scale just to make sure that they're all nice and even. So just weigh them for 50 grams each. Okay. Okay, and now we just repeat with the rest of our paste. Okay, and once we have divided our paste, we're going to keep them covered until our dough is ready. Alrighty guys, so it's been an hour and a half and my dough has doubled in size. So now we can get ready to get into the fun part. So I'm just going to remove my dough out of the glass bowl. Okay, I'm going to divide my dough into 2 pieces. So like that, it's easier for me to divide my ball of dough. And make sure that at no point of making the conchas, you add any extra flour. That's just going to dry out your bread. Okay, so from here, I'm going to get ready to divide it. Again, I like to use my scale to make sure that they're all nice and even. Okay, so I'm aiming for 95 grams each ball of dough. Okay, so once we have it, just going to begin to shape it into a ball. So just tuck it like that. Okay, and begin to seal the bottom. Just like that. We're going to set it to the side. Make sure that it stays covered while we divide the rest of our dough. Okay, now of course this is a rosca, so I'm going to be putting the baby Jesus inside of one of the conchas. So just place them in there. Make sure that you seal it completely. Just like that. And once we have them, we're just going to brush them with a little butter. Okay, so now we can get ready to top them and shape them. Because I'm going to be using my tortilla press to press down on my little toppers. So I'm just going to grab it using 2 pieces of parchment paper. Just press it down. And you don't want it to be too thin, but not too thick either. So just press it down about 2 times. Just like that. You just want it to go over the ball of dough. Okay, so remove the parchment paper. Grab your ball of dough. Press it over it. Make sure that it covers it. And here I'm going to be grabbing my concha cutter. Just dip it a little bit into flour. Press it down. If you don't have a concha cutter, you can always use a knife. And now we're going to place it into our lined roasting tray. Okay. And I'm going to be grabbing my white topping and repeat the process. Alright guys, and once we have all of our conchas in a tray, we're going to cover them with plastic wrap. Okay, as well with the kitchen towel. Now we're going to place them in our warm spot and allow them to double in size. Okay guys, so after 45 minutes, our bread should have doubled in size. So now we're ready to preheat our oven to 350 degrees. Once our oven is ready, we're going to be baking for 25 minutes. Okay, and after 25 minutes, our conchas are done. So we're just going to pull them out of the oven and allow them to sit for about 10 to 15 minutes. All right guys, and once we have waited for our rosca to cool down, now we can get ready to serve and enjoy. And of course, you know, I like to remove it from the roasting pan and just set it up like this. But I also already, let me tell you that if you love conchas and the rosca, you're going to definitely like this one. And of course, if you don't like the rosca, you know, the orangey taste of it, then you can always skip on the orange zest. But let me tell you that this is honestly going to be the best. So grab your slice and a ver quién le toca baby Jesus. But hope you give it a try and enjoy it just as much. Cheers and enjoy. And of course, just look at that. Super soft. It's very moist. So perfect. Cheers. Seriously, the best. Nothing beats homemade, especially this bread. Time consuming, but super easy. And of course, you have to allow it to cool down, you know, because it's still a little warm, but just like that, so good. Alrighty guys, and there you have it at home. Make a super easy and delicious rosca de conchas. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. And if you did, please don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. Share with your friends and family. And if you work with this recipe, please don't forget to tag me in any of my social medias. And if you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button so you guys keep part of our family. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye.